Hello and welcome to Saturday Chat with me, Big Scott 35. Uh, just got back in from the show, which still has 2 more hours. I could go. I was sitting here going, I could go back over there uh, and pretty much finish it out and go home first thing in the morning. But I'll go over because my whole thing is I want to see what this type of show is. It's a video game show. It's called Southeast Game Exchange, SEGe, SEGE. If you look it up, it's in Greenville, South Carolina. About an hour into South Carolina from North Carolina on 85. Uh, it was a straight drive for me, 3 hours, right at 3 hours. But man, couple accidents. If you want me to make a list of worst places people, worst driving by state, I can do it, and I know which one would be number one. I'm sitting in it right now. Really, I don't know where people learn to drive here. As you get older, you say shit like that, but man, this is the god all honest truth. People are people all over the place, but this has been some special dome down here for driving. Um, but anywho, uh, got got my phone propped up on some games and leaning on the coffee maker to make this video. I'm staying in a hotel right at the convention center. Because of that, I thought this could. I'm used to the cards, right? I am spoiled by card conventions. Um, Now I'm doing more of a collector's channel with cards as base. That's always going to be my go-to diehard. Uh, but I do want to open this up a little bit. Um, so when I do have things like this, if anybody's interested, it's there to watch because a lot of things, it's just hobby, most of it. One thing really crosses over. I talked to a couple of people today about that. I was like, yeah, I watch videos. I tell you one thing, a lot of YouTubers, big ones in this video game, get treated special at these shows. They get tables, they line them up, they all have something they're shilling or selling, because they give them a table to be there, and they're all lined up at this one. Hopefully, I'll have a video out. I did do a little quick short. I'm trying to do some shorts to get out there for people to see what's going on. And hopefully, I can continue that through the national and continue on when I have reason to do a short. But I'm just trying to open up my channel a little bit to new experiences and new for y'all. I would have done this regardless, but I might as well. I have the channel. I might as well. Um, so, yeah, I'm used to crowds. So I get there. I pick up my pass, my weekend pass for the weekend. Now it's a 3 day, just to get you in the door. It's not a VIP, anything like that. So that's fine. It's expensive, but it's actually cheaper. The 3 day pass was like $10 cheaper than the everyday 3 day ticket, like getting a ticket every day. So I went with that, even if I didn't stay. But I kind of wanted to see what went on, and so I can attest to what happens at a gaming convention, opposed to now one doesn't make the criteria right. I'm sure Midwest or some of the other bigger conventions would be different, but I got there, free parking, sponsorships take care of the parking, so that's always nice. Now the problem here is just not a lot of it, so I wanted to get there early. I fell back asleep this morning, but I slept in. I got there right at like, it's supposed to start at 10, right? VIP gets in an hour early. I walk up, there's a line a mile long, and I'm like, and they're like, if you haven't got your tickets, get in line. I go, well, already got my pass. You have to get in line. I went, well, so what does this pass do? Why am I getting in line? It's already open, right? And he goes, well, people have been standing here for 2 hours. I was like, I don't care. I this makes no sense. So I went and just sat down because it doesn't make any sense for me to get into a line that I've already purchased tickets. So once the line got moving, and it went fast, but then they went and got into another line inside to purchase tickets. And then the dumb guy that saw me at the door giving me lip tells me, "Oh, you got a pass. You could just go on in." What? Yes, this is what I was trying to tell you right there, smart guy. And there's a bunch of them. You wouldn't have had that line standing out there if you would have separated it two. Like, if you already have your tickets, get over to the left. We're going to let y'all go in, and everybody else has got to purchase tickets. Get to the right, because you're going to have to go in and get into a secondary line to purchase your tickets that you've already purchased online. So, they got it as best they could do. My whole thing was, if people are there early, just let them in and start giving them tickets, and don't let them in the door until after 10. That to me, waiting to 10 is ridiculous. But it was nice to have the parking was free. So there's always things to work on, and I know that's a little Karen in me bitching. But it wasn't bad. Walked in, wasn't a lot of people. Uh, I'm so used to going to card shows. It doesn't have to be the national, just a regular old card show. And within that first 10, 15, it's bonkers, right? That first hour is just exploring. And then 11 o'clock, 11:30 is crazy pandemonium. It got packed, got more people, not packed, more people in there 11. Now one thing I do like about this con and the other one I went to in Raleigh was space. They get big space and use it properly. They have an autograph area that's huge, that's too big for what they need it for. But then they have video game play. They had like a computer area for computer gaming, and then they had retro gaming area. They even had like racing seats set up on a stage. They had the world qualifying tournament for Halo is there this weekend. Which is at several different locations across the country, and this is one of them. So that's kind of cool to have. I wish they had a bigger arcade area set up, but it was nice. What they had there was pretty cool. It wasn't much. I thought what I've seen in the past, now I could be getting confused with other shows, I thought was bigger, or people that took the video were very good at doing what they do and made it look bigger, because those YouTubers are brought there to do one thing: sell the convention for other people to come to the next convention. And I was surprised that their tables won't jam packed with people. Because to me, they have 100,000 viewers. That's a lot of people, but it still tells me, because we talk in our community, you have 1,000, 6,000, that ain't nothing. You go to the national, nobody reckon. I mean, some people will, but you're not very recognized. People don't know you from Adam. And it was kind of the same way here. They were being treated more like vendors by people than actual YouTube celebrities. So I thought that was pretty humbling for me. Made not smile at their not celebritism that they have. Now, people were saying hi to them. I got to meet one of my favorite, probably top 3, top 4. One of the first ones I started watching was Radical Reggie, the Radical one. Met him, took a picture with him, sent it to some of my friends out in Iowa. We used to watch him and Metal Jesus and that group. at night, but we all like Reggie. We thought he was just a guy, you know. Oh, he is just a guy. So talked to him for a minute. He wanted to know like what you're looking for and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. You know, I said hi to a couple other YouTubers. The couple that runs Rad Junk Gaming. I talked to them because I'm interested in going to their show in November or December. Can't remember which, but it's not. When you look at a map, it's not easy to get to. It looks like. So I was trying to get like pointers if I want to go to that show. I end up going to that. So um, very open, nice to talk to, answer any questions. They won't try to get away from me or anything. Um, so that's cool. You know, I've seen some other YouTubers from a distance that I like. I just haven't had a chance to get to them. I'm not going to go running up to them and start yelling names. Hey, you know, that it's not that big of a deal to me, but it's always just nice to say hi to people that you watch a lot. We are a little parasocial where we think we know each other and we really don't. We just know each other through this. And that's another thing. So I walk around. The video game people are a little different than the sports game people or sports card people. Our card people in general, you know, the social imbalance is very much. A lot of people that stay inside play video games, and the only people they talk to is on headsets. And then they venture outside to go to these things. And it was nice to see them in little groups and, you know, their little nerd pods. You know, we're all nerdy about something. There was a lot of questionable cosplay there. A lot of, you know, you try to figure out what they were doing because I understand it's a gaming, so you dress up like your favorite character, but Halloween's supposed to be that one time when you dress like that. This gives them a reason to dress up all the time. Now, a lot of guys might go, "Oh, you're just bitching." No, it's just, it's no reason to be. Well, unless you like to be gawked at, and that's fine too. So each for each his own. I'll stop there. But you know, it was very interesting. I did buy games. I didn't spend a whole lot, and I got today 5, 9, 20 games for $200 or less, or I don't even know if I spent that, to tell you the truth. And I bought a nice chunk of down to like I'm up to 138 or something like that in my for 200, basically 200 Dreamcast games. I picked up some. I mean, there were buy one get one. This was today, Saturday. Buy one get one. No, it wasn't on nothing tremendous, but I got like Double Dribble Tag Team, Castle Quest, which was like the only RPG that I really liked as a kid. RBI Baseball. This always intrigued me as a kid because the way the cartridge was. So I did bought a couple T-shirts. I bought a couple things hanging on the wall. Like I don't have stuff on the wall for some reason. I just liked them. So I did get a light up Sega Dreamcast light. Stuff you'll see, you know, on the future shows. I'll probably do a game pickup for my shorts to end the day on today. If you want to see that, and me just run over those real quick. And then the other good thing is across the street is a Krispy Kreme donut. So this morning the light was on, and I went over and got some of those. My breakfast in the hotel was sucked. So there you have it. I did find a card shop by accident today. You know, us card guys, we're going to find them. So I found a Jack in a Box, which I have not had since I moved from California 17, 18 years ago. I sent pictures to my buddy that I lived with in Cali. He was laughing. He's in Virginia too, so it's been a while. Make sure I got the tacos, which I took pictures of the tacos and sent them to him. It's like, I already got them, man. So, that was a good time. Just because I was like, oh, I'm going to go sit down. And I saw the Jack in the Box. I go, let's go eat some more trash. So, because I was so tired last night, I found a spot and just kind of, I don't even know what I ate. Oh, Taco Bell. And I was kind of mad because it was like some chicken place beside it that did, chicken nuggets was their thing, chicken strips. So kind of like Zaxby's. Yeah, not Zaxby's, but yeah, I mean Zaxby's, one of those places. It's just chickens. They're propping up everywhere. New ones. Uh, I thought at first it was just at first it looked like a Starbucks, but it wasn't. Had that look to it, like a coffee shop look, but it wasn't. Then I was trapped in line, already ordered, so I was kind of screwed. But anyway, I digress. Walked around a lot today, took a lot of video. Hopefully, I can make some type of video for it in the future. Very interested. I'll talk more on it tomorrow. I'm interested to see what vendors do tomorrow. Stuff was high priced. And were vendors willing to work with you? It's like pulling teeth. They're not going to offer it like they do a lot of times. You come up with a stack. Oh, I was like, what can you do for me? And then one guy I had a young boy, he worked with me. I'm almost positive I bought quite a bit from him at the Raleigh show, too. He looked very familiar. Then I had another table that I bought from yesterday. He gave me tax. It was like $20.26. I go, I'm paying with cash. He goes, I got to get the tax. And I was like, I don't have 26 cents. You're going to give me back? Oh, we'll eat the 26 cents. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, once it goes in, we run all of our stuff in the system. We got to pay taxes. I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, so I didn't go back to his table today. But it was big enough for me. I talked about Raleigh where it took me 2 hours. Yesterday I came in for 2 hours. I kind of walked around very slow. It was a long day. I left when they closed the doors. Today I finished the walking around because I was looking for some specific items. And one of them was going to potentially take half of my funds if I found it. So I was really into seeing if they had it there before I started buying stuff because I wanted to see if I had it. I wanted the money. I didn't want to. I mean, I could have put it because there a lot more people take card here because of the large, like buying consoles, and you're spending. There's a lot of people buying. I don't know. It seemed like a lot more people are willing to spend $1,000 here than when I go to a card show. But even though it feels like a card show, more money is flowing because there's so much activity. A lot of, because I saw a lot of tables with the same stuff as I walked by yesterday. I kept trying to walk by and see, but everybody seemed to be doing good. It must be sneaky and I'm not seeing it. I'm still trying to get a read on this hobby like I do like the cards, and I don't know if there's a read on that either. It's just a lot of flow, a lot more flow at the tables, money and items moving past it. They are buying, but it's kind of hard to bring in a whole collection of video games. People do it. They're walking around those buggies that are sold for using outside. Saw quite a few of those. Tripped over a couple. Not too many baby strollers. And again, it was just I like it because it's testing me for Chicago. It was hot, not Chicago hot, but it was humid in there. And this is South Carolina, so it is warm. It is humid down here. It feels better down here than back in Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem, it's so muggy. It's breathtaking right now. I come down here and it's not. It's more dry. It's not uh, as wet. The humidity is not as bad. But I come out today. It was hot. My water that I left in my car, it was bubbling. We're boiling. It built up pressure in the bottle. Um, so it was. As soon as I got my air on, though, I just sat there and relaxed. Again, they had a lot of places to sit. They did, but I think a lot of people at this show are not up and around as much. I don't. I think it's a lot more groups and families. They come in. There's a lot of people playing those video games. I don't know if that's good for the show or bad for the show. I don't know if people come there to play those games, but it's definitely keeping people from the vendors and buying stuff. But I think it keeps them there longer, so it could help. It's I don't know how that works. It's kind of a double-edged sword. They did have panels, nothing that really intrigued me, and it was a unique thing, and I want to go to I want to try to go to one of these a year. Nothing big, if I can. If I can't, life happens. I'd rather go to the national or to other bigger card shows. I'm not replacing anything with this. I kind of like to talk to somebody that has more than one thing they like to do in a hobby, and I know a lot of people like more than one thing, but they don't nearly spend as much money on or time in the second hobby as they do their first hobby. It's almost when they have time, or to fill in it when they get bored, or to fill in the gaps, it's when they come back to. Or like my boy Ed with music, going to a show, to a lot of people it's not a hobby, but for him it is. Buying music, and that stuff takes away from your other hobbies, and cards are still on a pedestal above everything else for me. I mean, I did buy a box of DC Annual, and the card shop I went into was a lot of boxes, a lot of tables, a lot of cards being left behind. I'm glad no vintage guys were in there losing their minds. A lot of Pokemon, but it had a lot of sports too, a lot of non-sport. I kind of was hoping there is a Scooby-Doo Fleer retro set out box, and I was hoping they would have that. It's been some cool stuff in there, weird stuff. Like I kind of want to see what it is. Like I saw somebody had a piece of Velma's skirt, piece of what's the other girl's name? Sweater, or her one piece that she wears, things like that. But they have really like all the ghosts, and even like they got Scrappy Doo, and I think you could get some Globetrotter stuff in it. I was kind of interested if it wasn't too expensive, like just for fun. This one, $100, 16 packs. I don't think there's any autos by the writers, because it's or the people artists themselves, but there is a chance. I already pulled a 101 a few weeks ago out of a retail box, so there is 101 like art cards by the artist, and there's also 101s like gold or whatever. Yeah, which the art card was cool. It's Wonder Woman, pretty cool card. So, but no need to get it graded, because I've been told they're gonna not grade those because they're art cards. So it's nothing you can't really grade. So, which is kind of weird to me. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say about this weekend. Just trying to, like I said, the sports cards got me. It was a nice departure from having a big con where I could just walk up to a table for most part and just at my leisure look, and not have kids running in front of me, between me and the table, not having other grown-ups elbowing me to get out of the way, not having pelican cases thrown across things where you can't see anything. It was nice to have a departure from that. It was very, even though it was a lot going on at one end of the building, between the video games, they had a wrestling ring set up. They had just a lot of noise. It was like sensory overload at one end of the building. I didn't really like that. The old man in me, to get off my grass, didn't like that. But I understood, they want to have stuff there for people, entertainment. Again, I don't know, are people coming to the show for that, or are they staying there longer for that? I think it's the latter. But anyway, I just want to know how other people, if you have more than one hobby, how do you balance them? Because I'm walking around today going, man, I'm sitting here spending money going, man, this is money I could have for the National. This is money I could do something with. I didn't buy anything this week, but, it's in the back of my mind. Like, it really makes me think about what I'm spending it on. I can tell you that, and really focused me on, it kept me from buying things that I looked at and picked them up and went, nope, no, that's not what I'm here for. So it does keep me, I'm going to be worried if I slip out of that, because there was some stuff in there, like, I love metal books, and there were some good games with metal books that were $20, right? Nothing really, but that $20 adds up quick. When you start doing other things. Like, I tried to pick up baseball games. I found a guy that was doing buy two, get one free, so I bought 6 games that were $5 each. I spent $10 on 6 games. So, that's, I was like, okay. There's one game in there, it wasn't a prototype, which I know I got prototype 2. That's a game that I really want to play. And I got Transformers, the battle, or the game. And I think that's the beat 'em up part that I got. So I digress. I'm getting off topic. I just want to talk to you about the show today. Had a lot of fun. It's fun to go with friends, because then when you're starting to get bored in the day, or need to just sit down and take a breath or go get something to eat. I probably would have done better today if I'd have left for a few hours and then come back. But my whole problem was I don't want to. Then there's the parking. I would have had to park a half a mile away and walk. And there was enough walking in there. This fat guy was walking enough today anyway. So I had a couple of bars that I ate, and I had my water and a flavored water for, not Gatorade, but the water that's flavored, it has all the same stuff in it. Zero. So I stayed well hydrated and just had fun. But even when I go with friends to card shows, most of the time we break up anyway and go do our own thing. You see each other, you text each other, hey, I see this over now, blah, blah, blah. I do miss that, but I just don't have that type of group yet in video game. If I will, this is once a year type of deal. So with that being said, like, share, tell a friend, and until next time, subscribe if you haven't. Welcome to my new subscribers. I'm again doing pretty well with some new subscribers. Hopefully hit that 700 mark here soon, and until next time, see ya.